Alright guys, Brooklyn Nomad here. I'm back in the Philippines. Welcome to Nomad's channel, Nomad's Travel. So today, we're covering the septic, guys. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take y'all through this. I wasn't here. As y'all see, the septic is done. But I'm going to show y'all how this septic got done. I'm going to give you the doggone cost, or how much it costs to do this septic. And also, I'm going to give you the measurements of this septic. So stay with me, guys. And we're going to cover the septic. All right, guys, where we left off, it was 36 days on building, and now this is the 39th day. So I'm showing you, it took them 3 days to do this doggone septic. I'm impressed. And this is how far, well, you see right here where our materials are. They got to come over on another province, another side, and they got to take it over to my house. So let's get into the septic, guys. All right. So remember I showed y'all in the last video when we was pulling up the doggone stump out. The septic was full of rain and all that. So the guys had to get back in there, clean it up, make it good and everything. And that's all that's going on here. But he's getting ready to start on his septic. So now, if you see that line in the middle right behind Jeffrey, this is because this is a two chamber septic, guys. 2 chambers. So Jeffrey already got in the rebar, and he's just getting his last little final touches on there. And the way I did this is, because again, that's Dodo, his other carpenter helping him out. So the way we did this, because Bella was the one that was filming it, is take a look. We going right into just layers of building, right? So from my understanding, just to give y'all a quick heads up, according to Jeffrey, this took 220 hollow blocks, which cost 19 pesos each. Like I said, guys, I'm going to give y'all the numbers of how much this thing cost and everything. But now, let's get to the next part. As you see, now they 3/4 finished. They got it going on. They had to make little ladders to get out, because this thing is actually 6 feet by 9 feet and then 9 feet deep, right? They made a ladder and everything. So now we getting ready to take it to the last part, and before they put the top on. And here we go, guys. So this is it. You see they already got the PVC piping. That's 4-inch PVC piping for the plumbing. The bigger side chamber is going to be where all the poop and everything goes. And then when it gets broken down, it's going to go to the smaller side, which is supposed to turn to the water, or they call it the leach field or whatever. And the way they make this one different from ours in the States is everything goes down to the ground versus you having 3 or 4 tubes so it can leach out. So here we go. They're doing the doggone, the finishing. That's the cool part. They got the finishing going on it. So I'm excited to see when they get to the house, they're going to be having the finishing going. And I'm sorry for this, but it's a 1 angle shot. Miss Bella stayed one area. So, but y'all can see, they got the PVC pipe in. They're doing all of the finishings of this, right? And from there, I'm getting ready to get into giving you guys the doggone numbers. So if you stay with me this long, let's try to get into the numbers, guys. So part 1, when this hole was first dug, and like I said, it was 2 meters by 3 meters by 9 meters, which gives you 6 feet by 9 feet by 9 feet. The whole thing, it was just a boat cost, and that cost to dig the hole, that cost 12,000 pesos. 12,000 pesos, guys. 12,000 pesos, that come out to $215 more or less, guys. Now the hollow block, like I told y'all, 220 hollow block, that came out to 4,180 pesos, guys. So in dollars, that come up to $74, and let's call it 50 cents. Now I know y'all don't see it, but they're gonna do the top cover. That's what's coming up next. And when they did the top, that's comprised of everything. That's sand, gravel, cement, rebar. So because I bought all that stuff in bulk, I just took an estimate of what I spent just to do the top layer. And that top layer was more or less 3,400 60 pesos, which brings you to $61.45, guys. Now, with all those numbers, so the true number of what I spent on building that septic with that 6 feet by 9 feet by 9 feet deep comes out to a whopping 19,940 pesos, guys. And that comes to $354, and let's just call it 15 cents. This is what I paid to get that doggone septic built. So that's not bad. And from what they're telling me, this doggone septic is good up to the whole 10 people of using bathrooms. So I did an overkill on the septic. Why? Because I'm going to want to build some co-boats, that's some little houses and stuff later. And I want to make sure that it can withstand everybody. But here we go. So Miss Bella didn't get into it when they was laying down the rebar and all that good stuff for you. But everything is laid down. And what they did is they put the doggone plywood on there. And that's going to make the mold of the casing of the cement for your top layer. So let's get ready. Let me show you. Here we go, right? So you got your top layer. They plan it all out. This is including the 2 doorway hatches that I'm going to have. You see the hatches right there? So these hatches right here is going to be, if something goes wrong, they need to investigate. If it ever should overfill, the truck can get inside to, take the poop out, water, whatever we need to do. And also on there in the front of this, right there, I don't know if y'all can see it. There you go, right there. You see that little PCV pipe? That is also, if it was to get overflowed, I could unscrew that and that would release the water out, guys, where I don't have to call a truck, just to get about, I say about 20% of the water out while 80% is still left in there if I need some breathing room. So here we go. They rebarring it again, making this thing strong. Like I said, that's the rebar they use. And they used, repurposed rebar. Most of this rebar came from the house. And they just reused that repurposed rebar to make the final touches. And you see this wood right here? The wood that they're using, this is the same wood that they use to make the columns. So for all you new subscribers or people just watching for the first time, y'all need to check out the building of the house, because you'll see where they already did that to do the doggone 14 columns. And they're using everything, all my material. They don't waste nothing. That's what I love about these guys. They reuse it, and make it multi-purpose so they can get the job done. So let's get into it. Let's see, hopefully right now, if we go into the next clip, it should be them getting ready to pour that doggone cement, because that's where we need to be, guys. And, I talked to y'all about this already. You see that little rope right there? That rope is their level. So what they do is they put water in the tube. And when they put water in the tube, they use it as an actual leveler. Where we go to the hardware store and we buy our levels, right? Man, they got primitive levels. I call the stuff primitive, but it actually works for what they need. So here they go. They're reframing. They're getting ready to, get that cement down. So they want to make sure that it's at the nice height. And from my understanding is this is about 6 inches. It's going to be about 6 inches of concrete when they pour this doggone concrete. From my understanding, I could be a little off. Somebody with a better eye, they can say about how much concrete they use. But I'm saying about 6 inches. Because again, guys, I was not there. I wanted to be. But I was off doing other videos and stuff like that. Y'all know. So this video is for all those house building enthusiasts. The ones that want to build their own house or get it built. This is what this video is for and about. Because I know I got a lot of followers who want to know about this doggone house. So here you go. They already laid down the first level of concrete. Miss Bella was able to capture that on point. So this right now is all about leveling the concrete, getting it down there, putting a thick mixture. They're making the top, the head, whatever you want to call it. They're going to also make those 2 chambers, those are going to be formed and everything. And then from there, as my title said, this is a two-part video, guys, because I want to show you when they have to actually open up the two covers, go inside of the septic, and then they have to take all the wood, the beams they got in there that's underneath that y'all didn't see in this video. They're going to be taking that stuff out. And the plywood. They're going to break all that stuff down for you guys. They're going to take it out. That's going to be in septic build part 2. So y'all look out for that. That is going to be coming in a few days, when they finish it up. I'm excited to see them go down the doggone, as I call it, the rabbit hole, and what they're going to pull out down there. So, because I'm here on site, guys, so I'm not leaving until my septic is 100% complete. So what I'm going to do for you guys is, let's time lapse this thing. No music. We're just going to fast forward a little bit. Get it to when they finish putting all of the cement foundation on there, so we can get to the next part. One thing I need to mention is I didn't put up the labor cost on this, guys, because like I said, when they dug the hole, that was 12,000 pesos altogether, labor, everything included. But when they actually did the hollow block, because it only took them 3 days to make the septic, we went from septic right back into the house build. So I'm not going to calculate the labor cost for that. So there you go, guys. They at the end right now. That's right. So when they break it open, that'll be your part 2, so you can see inside. As always, please don't forget to like, subscribe. It costs you nothing to subscribe, or share it with a friend if you really like it. Also, again, Brooklyn Nomad Travels. As I always say, hey, come travel with us. Let's go somewhere. Let's do some great things together. And if you guys really enjoying this content, let me know. I know I got a lot of supporters that come back and let me know. But for you new guys, don't be shy. Talk to me. Let me know. But again, Brooklyn Nomad Travels. We are out of here, guys.